The cartels of Mexico and South America are some of the most terrifying organizations in the world, boasting military firepower, guerrilla warfare tactics, and brutal torture methods that no others would seem to dare think of. However, just how far these narcos go to prove their brutality is often drastically underestimated. Descriptions of their horrific crimes are so horrific and cruel that some people don't even believe the videos to be real. Videos of flaying, vicious beheadings, and the most disturbing methods of torture, and even cannibalism. The CJNG, CDN, the Sinaloa Cartel, the Los Zetas are just a few of these ruthless organizations that dominate south of the US border. The Los Zetas formed in 1997 as the enforcement arm of the drug trafficking Gulf Cartel. It broke away as an independent organized criminal enterprise in 2010. The group was known for its violent tactics and tight organizational structure. Besides Mexico, the Zeta cartel can be found in Panama, Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, Peru, and Venezuela. The Zetas started out as enforcers for the Gulf Cartel before they became a massive criminal organization of their own. They were originally comprised from military deserters from Mexico's Special Forces, trained by the US Special Forces themselves. They were the country's first paramilitary cartel, and a harbinger of a more brutal, militarized conflict to come. The emergence and evolution of the Los Zetas can be understood as both a symptom and a cause of the militarization of the Mexican drug wars. Beginning in the first decade of the 21st century, competition between major trafficking organizations intensified, and clashes between traffickers and the police and military became more frequent. The Los Zetas have been at the heart of much of this violence, and are famous for a lot of videos of their own. Also in the heart of this violence was a Sicaria named La Peque. She lived in Hidalgo, not far from Mexico City. Her start in this world was as a sex slave for cartel members as a preteen. She became addicted to alcohol and drugs. She then became pregnant by a 35-year-old man, and to support herself, she turned to prostitution. She became acquainted with many of the cartel's sicarios, primarily of the Los Zetas, who were the first cartel to let women into the ranks. These were the ones that gave her the nickname La Peca, which alludes to her young age and not her height. It means the little one. She claims at first she was very disgusted and saddened by the torture and murder she witnessed, but over time, she said she grew to enjoy it, eventually emerging as a lookout and turning into a full-fledged assassin, or Sicaria. She would be sent to kill over even the smallest offenses such as late payments. She would first behead her victims, also allegedly drinking their blood while it was still hot, and then shockingly, she would both use the heads of the dead bodies and the bodies themselves for sexual gratification, which disgusted other sicarios. At its height, the Zeta cartel held more territory than the Sinaloa cartel, which is ruled over by El Chapo. These barbaric acts are just the tip of the iceberg. It's not too uncommon as of late to find incredibly disturbing footage relating to these cartels online. No Mercy in Mexico, or Ghost Rider are frequently cited. But some of the most obscure footage can often be more terrifying than these clips we are used to seeing. A clip found on a miscellaneous Gore site features a person cooking at a stove and rapping or singing in Spanish. The footage is just over 30 seconds long, and shows this individual boiling what appears to be a severed human hand, and possibly intestines in a large pot. They then pan the camera over to another covered pot frying something. Inside was a flayed face. It is so horrific it hardly appears real. However, most who have looked at the footage seem to agree it is not fake. It just begs the question as to why someone would do this. But, given the story of Juana La Peque, It should not come as a surprise. Perhaps it was for shock value, or maybe this person was actually going to eat the flesh. Regardless of the intent, this act is among the most barbaric I have ever seen. And it's difficult to tell what the context is, as I could find no information for this online. Some people speculate it could be fake, arguing the fingers appear too wobbly, but as I analyzed the footage, I did not really see that sort of movement. I did note the nails were painted white and black in a sort of pattern. The flesh turning red and scalded on the hand, the other organ turning pale and shriveling from being boiled. If this is real, I believe it to be for shock value. I don't believe the person was actually going to cannibalize the human remains. However, if it is indeed cartel related, who knows?
No fantameo ni me desespero, me hace feliz cuando sangre roceo. Para ti es una bomba de tiempo, para mí esto es una misión. Cuando tú bajes revoluciones, los tuyos estarán en cajón. A tus alicates les daré caliente y mis iniciales tendrán en su frente. Los que no aparecen estarán licuados, ready para hacer una sopa de humano. 600 balas en un minuto, tira en un sueño profundo.
Many times cannibalism is used for shock value, or even initiation in certain cartels. Cannibalism is still a very real thing in our world. You just don't see much of it in the media in the US. You have to do it without reacting or vomiting, or you are beaten. One Sicario from the CJNG said about cannibalistic initiation. He went on to explain about terror schools where the CJNG would recruit young men and boys into the cartel with promises of a luxury life and plenty of money. Then they are trained. The following is a graphic description of what one is alleged to go through as a new recruit.
First, they teach them how to cut people. They start by learning how to sever the extremities.
He said this is an important skill for a future Sicario, as cutting off the fingers and toes without letting the subject bleed out or lose consciousness is the preferred torture tactic used to extract information from the victim. At these terror schools, recruits are also forced to devour the severed digits. The source said if they pass that test, they move on learning how to dismember entire bodies. Such expertise will prove vital later, when they are called upon to cut up corpses so as to make them easier to transport or disappear. And as with the extremities, the cartel insider explained, the conscripts are later forced to feed on larger pieces of flesh, such as vital organs.
They are given the choice of one of those pieces to eat in front of the boss. You have to do it without reacting or vomiting, or you are beaten, said the source, who added a refusal is not an option. If you didn't want to eat the flesh, they wouldn't let you leave. They had you there. One of the recruits fucked up and broke the rules by telling his girlfriend where he was at and jeopardizing all the other trainees. After she left, the boyfriend was tied up and told he was going to be killed for violating the rules. They drove an ice pick several times into his skull until he was dead. Recruits are also forced to sleep next to corpses at night in order to desensitize them. And that, the one goal of his process, is to convert graduates into emotionless killing machines. Once a group of new recruits have graduated from training, that is, they have hunted down, killed, skinned, cooked, and then eaten their assigned victim. They cannot go back into traditional Mexican society.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg of some of the brutality, cannibalism, and terrifying acts against humanity that the cartels inflict upon others. Thank you for watching. If you like disturbing content like this and would like to see more, hit up buymeacoffee.com/plaguedmoth or subscribestar.com/plaguedmoth. Much like Patreon, but much more relaxed, you'll get all my content not allowed on YouTube, Discord access, merch discounts, and much more. You'd also be supporting me directly, as I do not get paid from YouTube. Again, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Stay safe out there. chat pays to participate in the torture and suffering of another person until the inevitable climax where they're murdered.
Just got home from a shitty day of work. Open up door and I start to lurk. Pretty little thing, long blonde hair. Real fucking shame she's strapped to the chair. You should see the look in her eyes when they bring out all the knives. She's screaming that she'll get out alive, but I beg to watch her die. Money goes in, blood comes out, broadcasting live from the Red Room. Money goes in, blood comes out, they won't survive the Red Room.